What's good, peeps? Self-isolation, day 34. Again, hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully everyone is okay. All right, let's just jump straight into this one. Late last night or the early hours of this morning, it was confirmed that talks have begun or talks have started about a potential showdown between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Now, before everyone gets overly excited, talks happen all the time between fighter camps and promoters and managers. And most times the fights don't happen, right? It could be because fighters can't agree on a split. It could be something in the contract. I mean, take Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder as an example of a fight where we were hearing that there were talks all the time for about a year and a half. And in the end, that fight didn't happen. And the likelihood is that fight would never happen. So that's just an example. I guess on the flip side, the positive is that means both fighters have agreed to the fight, right? Both fighters have given their management and promoters the green light that they want to do it. Now, that might seem obvious, but most times I think fighters, I mean, take Andy Ruiz versus Dillian Whyte as a good example. I don't think Andy Ruiz wants that fight. He might say all the things on social media, but right now I don't think he wants it. So at least we know that Joshua wants to fight Fury and Fury wants to fight Joshua. And that, believe it or not, is one big hurdle to get over. So at least we know that. So what they've done now, Anthony Joshua would have advised his management, Eddie Hearn, and Tyson Fury would have advised MTK Global, go out there and tell me how much gold is in this pot, right? Go and tell me exactly what you think I'm going to get for this fight. So that's what Eddie Hearn and AJ's management will be doing, and that's what MTK Global would be doing. First, they'll be going out there and trying to get the guarantees for both fighters, right? What can we guarantee we're going to get paid? Obviously, site fees are going to play a massive part here. Saudi Arabia seems to be the main choice everyone's talking about as to where this fight will take place, which might upset a few. But for me, as long as the fight happens, I do not care where this fight will take place. Now, I think we were led to believe that AJ got something like 30 to 40 million, I don't know if it was dollars or pounds, from the fight being in Saudi Arabia last time. You could possibly double that for Tyson Fury, AJ, right? I mean, it's so big. I mean, AJ Ruiz was big, but AJ Tyson Fury is massive. So they're going to wait to get those figures from Saudi Arabia in terms of those guarantees. And then they're going to try and get figures from the broadcasters in terms of those guarantees as well. For Tyson Fury, that means ESPN and BT Sports. For AJ, that means DAZN and Sky Sports. So they're both going to sit back now and wait to hear some figures. And they're going to be astronomical figures, right? I can't even guess as to what both fighters will be guaranteed. And that's just guarantees. I'm not talking about the pay-per-view revenue and that comes in and the ticket sales, wherever that will be. Although if it's in Saudi Arabia, they're not going to get any ticket sales. Or that's at least what happened with AJ Ruiz. The Saudi Arabians take that. So I can't even give a guesstimate as to what the guarantees for each man will be. 50, maybe 50 million? And that's just not, again, we're not talking pay-per-view. We're just talking from the broadcasters and from the site fee. So that's a massive amount of money. Obviously, there are so many hurdles to get over with this fight. I mentioned the broadcasters. 4 broadcasters for this fight, right? And these are all official broadcast partners. BT is an official one. ESPN's an official one, Sky's an official one, and DAZN's an official one. The other broadcasters, they will just sell the rights to them. So the ones in Africa will be SuperSport, and I don't know the rest around the world. But those 4 official are all going to have the fight, and that's quite difficult. And that's, I think, even unprecedented. I can't think of that ever happening. So that's an issue. The biggest issue, though, is Deontay Wilder and Kubrat Pulev. Tyson Fury is contractually obliged to fight Deontay Wilder, and AJ is contractually obliged to fight Kubrat Pulev. So those are 2 massive hurdles. Now, you would hope that both might take step-aside money, right? I mean, look, why would you not want to take step-aside money? I always wonder why you wouldn't want to do it. Someone is paying you not to have a fight, and you're guaranteed to fight that person after. To me, it's a win-win, right? If Deontay Wilder can be paid $5 million not to fight Tyson Fury, why would you not want to take that? And especially if you're guaranteed to fight him after, right? If he wins, right? And the same thing with Kubrat Pulev. If AJ could just pay him $5 million just to shut up and go away, and then he'll fight him after, why not? If neither accept step-aside money, and I've said this before, I don't know why you just don't forego the IBF belt. I don't know why you just don't chuck it away. I get where people will be upset because everyone wants to see an undisputed. But for me, chuck it away. Tyson Fury with the WBC belt's a bit different, just because that's the only belt he's got. Although he's got the Ring Magazine belt and the lineal title, that's the only belt he's got. But I think we all know the WBC will make a bling bling belt for the winner anyway, right? It'll be a diamond, crystal, platinum belt anyway. But that's the biggest hurdle right now. But the good thing is talks have begun, right? In terms of where we are on a chart, with 100% being the finish line and obviously 0 being the start, I think we're like 5 to 10% in. So that's how long we've got to go. I mean, worst case scenario, there might be something put in place which they both agree to fight if they beat Pulev and Wilder. But those are big ifs, right? It's a big if Fury beating Wilder again, by the way. That's not no gimme. I mean, I've joked about it, but it's no gimme. Joshua beating Pulev, I say, is more guaranteed, but that's no gimme either, right? Joshua has shown vulnerabilities now. And plus, we don't even know when that fight's going to happen. So it's a big issue. So, look, it's good. I'm excited that talks have begun, but I'm not overly excited because, again, there's far too many hurdles for now. But again, the good thing is both want to fight. And you know, Eddie and MTK Global and Bob Arum and everyone else behind AJ is going to try their absolute hardest to make this work. Just because I think this pot of gold, if you chuck in the pay-per-view revenue, chuck in everything, this pot of gold is worth, obviously it's over 100 million. You're talking potentially 200 million. It's a stupid amount of money, maybe more. I mean, how many pay-per-view buys is it doing? Like, how many pay-per-view buys is AJ Fury doing just for the UK market? Just for the UK market. I would say it's going to go over 2 million. Easy, right? I mean, if you're arguing that fact, then I'm sorry. You need to have a big, long drink and think about it. It could touch 3 million pay-per-view buys. And by the way, it won't be $24.95. Just tell you that now. You're looking a bit higher. And that number I've given you isn't Sky and BT Sports combined, by the way. That's just Sky. So then you've got BT Sports as well. What will it do in America? I don't think it will do great in America, but it'll do something, right? It'll do something in America. It's an undisputed heavyweight title fight. It'll do something in America. Will it increase the zone signups? Possibly as well. So look, pot of gold's massive. And right now, Eddie and MTK Global are trying to find out how big the pot is. If it's big, then maybe the payoffs get a bit higher as well. Who knows? Again, right now, for me, we're 5 to 10% in. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace. Guys, sorry, it's me again. I'm back. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, please like and share the videos. It really does help the channel a lot. And if you want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, I'm done. Peace.